afternoon, everybody. This is Sally Blue coming to you from the great state of Alabama. Yes, I'm on the Raggedy Alabama roads heading up the Raggedy Alabama highway because our governor, Kay Ivey, spent $1 billion on a prison when we really need to get our roads fixed. Really need to get our roads fixed. We'll be working on it though. Hey, everybody, I just have a few things that I want to say on my Wisdom Wednesday, I guess, podcast or whatever you want to call it. I hope everybody again had a happy new year. It seems the United States of America's new year is starting off a little bit different this year. Reflecting back on January 6th, 5 years ago, yesterday, and then leading up to Supreme Court's rulings and decisions, I just want to say this. Anything and everything that's going on in the United States of America, we need to blame the United States Supreme Court, specifically its leader, John Roberts. Chief Justice John Roberts is the reason why we're in the positions that we are in today. Chief Justice John Roberts said that it was okay for Donald Trump to get SEAL Team 6 to shoot people in the middle of Fifth Avenue. Everything would be all right. That's basically what he said in a nutshell. I read the brief. I know what the brief says. The brief says that this man could do whatever he wants to do. And once John Roberts and his Supreme Court said that that is exactly what he chose to do. He has made the decision to destroy this democratic country, democratic republic, or whatever you want to call it, as well as sabotage our allies in NATO, pretend like he's some God-fearing, God-loving man wanting to save the poor Venezuelans from that sick, disgusting, whatever they call it, leader that they had because of terrorism, when it really is that he's just a big con and a grifter who likes to steal folks' money and doesn't like to do anything else. This man is a con and he's a grift. And a lot of people paid for that. And a lot of people paid for that grift. I know of no other president that decides that because a state didn't vote for them, they aren't going to allow that state's children to have health care, food, or child care. Hell, even the Republicans during Reconstruction allowed the southern states to have something. They didn't allow the black folks to have anything because they just took whatever they gave us back, didn't give us our 40 acres and a mule. But that's a whole other story that we're going to talk about later. But what I am saying today is this. This man is a con, and he's a grift, and the Supreme Court, with their leader, Justice John Roberts, said everything that he is doing, everything that he is saying, every decision that he makes is A-okay, and it is what our Constitution calls for, whatever you want to do. Never mind the fact that we are missing a branch of government. The other branch has allowed the executive branch to hijack us. So we just up the creek without a paddle. It's ridiculous. It is just damn ridiculous. And it doesn't make any sense to me. But who am I? I'm just a voter who's been around this third rock 60 years. What would I possibly know about me, myself, and my country? We know a lot of people don't read. They don't read. They don't care about the Constitution. But it behooves those of us who do to tell it, to spell it, to let people know what is actually going on in this world, because what is going on is a sad case of affairs. Just a sad case of affairs. It is terrible. We ought to be ashamed. We have congressmen, we have representatives and senators who are going along with encroaching on other countries' sovereignty. What in the world is this? I'll tell you what it is. And I ain't got that long, but let me tell you what it is, because I got to get on this freeway, which I don't want to, but I have to. Let's think back to all of the years that the United States has been in this country, you tell me, a lot of the land that we have, how did we get it? Think about the president that was in charge at the time that we got it. When did it happen? And why did it happen? He doesn't believe there's a reason why Donald Trump has Andrew Jackson in his office. He loved that man. You don't think Andrew Jackson could he love everything about Andrew Jackson right down to his dirty draws. And Andrew Jackson probably burning in hell right now. But that's okay because Donald Trump gonna meet him there. But let me say this, and I'll say it again. We need to get out. We need to activate. We need to be aware. We need to pay attention, and we need to read. A lot of us don't read. A lot of us just agree with what this man is saying and saying it's okay. Because y'all have to understand, we don't have a media anymore that is going to tell us the truth. They read the propaganda that the Goebbels write and the Himmlers write and all of that. We don't have a media that's going to tell it to us straight. We don't have anybody who's going to do that for us, because the minute they do tell us something straight and Donald Trump gets into that ass, they go right back to lying again. So we have to read. We have to learn. We have to study to show ourselves approved. You can't take this man's word for anything. You cannot take this Trump regime's word for anything. You cannot. It's going to be a long, we have 299 days left before the next election. And Donald Trump is right. If the Democrats take the House, if the independents and Democrats vote and Republicans vote like they should, the next Congress is going to have their ass in grass. We need to know everything that is going on. People think it's so easy to go around and say, we got Madero, we killed 80 people, without realizing who those 80 people are. Minnesota, ICE, then murdered a woman. Don't know who this woman is. Lying, saying that she was domestic terrorist. That woman wasn't no domestic terrorist. That damn woman was driving down her street, probably getting off work, trying to go to her job. This nonsense has to stop. It needs to cease and desist. It's not right. We need to resolve this. We need a new Congress. We need a new SCOTUS. As bad as all get out. But when you get a chance, write a thank you letter to John Roberts and tell him, thank you, sir. Thank you for everything that you've done for this country. Thank you for failing our democratic process. We appreciate you. We hope you have a wonderful year. That is what everybody should say when they send their letter to John Roberts. This is Sally Blue, always true, and I'm out.